Sony come up with something in the middle. Enter the 5.5 inches Xperia XA1 Plus, which is perfectly bridging the gap between the 5-inch XA1 and the 6-inch XA1 Ultra. It's got a fingerprint reader on the side, just like on the higher-end XZ series. The Xperia XA1 and XA1 Ultra had little bezel. Now the Xperia XA1 Plus had very little bezel on the sides. The top bezel had the front-facing camera and the proximity sensors. There's also a Sony logo right there in the middle. LED notification light is on the left of the selfie camera. Flip over to the back, and there's the Xperia logo finished with plastic back. The NFC antenna is a little higher up. The camera is in the top left corner. The 3.5mm headphone jack and secondary microphone on the top plate. You'll find the USB-C port centered on the bottom, and the loudspeaker. The Xperia XA1 Plus is one of the loudest Xperias Sony has ever made. The hybrid SIM slot is on the left. The right side of the phone is where you'll find the fingerprint reader, the volume rocker, and there's still a 2-stage manual shutter button towards the bottom of the right side. The Xperia XA1 Plus is equipped with a 5.5-inch IPS display of Full HD resolution. The XA1 Plus makes for a 401 ppi density and is basically the gold standard for a mid-ranger of this size. It's also pretty bright, a maximum brightness around 600 nits. It's not a damn old display, but awesome for an LCD. Sunlight legibility is average on the XA1 Plus. The Plus, quite like its Xperia XA1, comes equipped with a 23-megapixel camera on its back, with IMX300 sensor and a 24mm f2.0 aperture lens. Was once the camera of Sony flagships, the IMX300 was relegated to Sony's mid-tier devices. The Xperia XA1 Plus doesn't get the laser auto-focusing and the RGB CIR sensor that came with the same 23-megapixel image sensor on the Xperia XZ and X Compact. The Xperia XA1 Plus captures and fine detail in bright light. As for selfies, it's 8-megapixel camera that you'll find on the Plus, no flash either. The Xperia XA1 Plus is powered by the same chipset as the other two XA1s this year, the MediaTek Helio P20. It's built on a 16nm fabrication process with octa-core Cortex-A53 CPU configuration. The GPU is a Mali T880 MP2 and 4GB of RAM, though there are 3GB versions too. The recent Xperia XZ1 is one of the first smartphones to launch on Android Oreo, but that's not the XA1 Plus fate. Even though it comes out at a later stage, it's Android 7.0 Nougat instead. The Xperia XA1 Plus may as well stand for extra battery. The phone packs a larger battery than the Ultra, with its 34,030 mAh battery. The Xperia XA1 Plus could be available at late October. The phone available at 4 colors: black, blue, pink, and gold. So, what do you think about price? Let me know in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you next one. Bye.